Yeah, it's on you.
Okay, now
She
I want.
called. Bull. Bully.
Okay, here we go. Now, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of shadow boxing that you should practice at home at all times. And I'm going to go through just a little bit of it that I do, that I promote myself, that I train myself to do. Now, I took a lot of stuff from other martial arts and kind of combined it into my own. And this is what it is. Now, when I do my blocks, I usually have my hands cuffed, or I either have one ball into a fist or cuffed, or both. But I usually always keep one shoulder up just a little bit, halfway, and I have one leg pointed this way, and I have the other one pointed this way for balance, or just a little bit towards that way, towards my 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So the thing is I'll get myself together. Now, if you notice, my feet, I'm never on the heels of my feet. I try to stay off the heels of my feet, especially just in case I have to move, or in case I have to make a sudden movement, doing pivots and things like that. And I try to stay on the balls, and I try to use as much calf muscle as I can to spring myself off. But at the same time, my obliques are working too, and my legs, to move myself kind of side to side. And then I'll use my legs a little bit more to do that, to try to block. But notice my hands. Notice my hands each time I go to the side. My hands coming up in a block, and one of them staying down. And notice also my shoulder is coming up a little bit more too. So the point of this is that my body is not off balance by me doing like this with my legs straight out or anything. My leg is still balanced because I'm in a horse stance. So this is what I do. I always practice, and when you do your punches, I try to flick them like a towel to keep them from getting caught. Because if you come all the way out like that, it's more chance of your hand or your strike getting caught. So I try to flick it like that. Flick it like that. And at the same time, I'm breathing in and breathing out. Same time. Like that. But I keep my hands cuffed. But as soon as I throw strikes, I'm right back in my same position. Standing up, sideways, I'm right back in my defense. Block. Block. And at the same time, I can do like this, use a block. Then if somebody's trying to throw a punch, I can deflect. Like that. And then if I really want to try to hurt them, I go to my right side. Open palm. To the sternum, to the chin, to the head, whatever. Then, depends on the level of experience of your opponent. You can always do a block strike, a block hammer fist, a block chop. All of it works. But you have to remember to always keep your guard up, especially when you're striking. So when you strike, your strike should come in and come out and go back in. Like that. Just like a towel. Now, in Chinese traditional martial arts, they like to flow. Keep the flow going. But in Japanese martial arts, it's more block, then punch. I like to use both. Depending on the situation that I'm in, depending on the experience of my opponent, depending on their speed, their experience, their intelligence, their power. Because sometimes I may not even have to use strikes. Sometimes I may just want to put my hands up like this, and depending on their weight, the way that they have their legs, whether they're like this or whether they're like this. Now see, if they're standing like I am, with one leg, then obviously if I can get to this side of them quick enough after they throw their punch, I can go for a sweep, take their arms, go for a sweep, or keep my hands up See how I'm bouncing back like that? Now, I don't have a lot of room in here, so I can't do a whole lot. Now, if I really want to close the gap on them, I'm going to wait for them to throw their strike first. Now, see, you've got strikers, and then you've got defense strikers. So, what I like to do is I like to wait for them to strike, and then move in, kind of deflect the punch a little bit, use my power and my legs, put my shoulder up against them, flip them over, and then get on top of them, ground and pound, or whatever position that I can get them in on the ground, put them in chokeholds, use my legs, my waist, my body, everything I can to get them. Depending on if they're trying to use their arms like this, then I'm going to go for a half Nelson, half choke, whatever. So, it all depends on your opponent. All depends on your opponent. Now, say if they have a weapon, like a broom or a long stick or something like that. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do like this with the broom. So, they're not going to have that much power. So, they're going to have to rear it back in order to get the power from it. So, what I'm doing is, I'm watching them. I'm watching their elbows, I'm watching their hands, I'm watching their shoulders, I'm watching the way that they swivel their hip, I'm watching their leg movement. So, and normally when somebody's about to swing, they swing their whole body around. And then they'll face this way. And that's when I go in towards the side and grab them. And they're not going to have a whole lot of room to do that, especially if you're close. So I close the gap real quick, grab them around their waist, and fling them down real quick. Now that's the way that I like to do things. So if you find that my video and my skill is effective, keep practicing, keep trying it, because the thing is to keep your motion. Always stay to the side of them. Try to stay to their side, to the side of them that is the strongest. Because if you can get to the side of them that is the strongest, in my opinion, and you can get to them quick enough, you can take them off their feet. Now, one more lesson. I want to do some shadow boxing tips as soon as my wife is ready to hold the phone one more time. Make sure the volume's up so everybody can hear. Okay, hold on. So, I'm going to go through some basic punches with you. Reverse punch, which means one arm coming in, one arm going out. Never fully extend because you'll hurt your elbow. Also, keep your arms and your wrist straight. Go down. Block, block, block. Always block like that. And you know, it doesn't have to be fancy movement. Just practice your bob and weaving, going up and down, backwards, side. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of amateurs or street fighters like to throw haymakers, wild punches, and things like that. You can actually just move back from it. Bam! Just move back for it. Let them keep coming forward and using their own momentum against them. Move step, sidestep. Sidestep. That's all you have to do. Sidestep. Bam! Or wait till they move forward, move to the side of them. There you go. Sweep. Use their body mechanics against them. Sweep. Leg. Either leg you want to use. Either leg that you feel comfortable using and keeps your balance, you use it. You can spin them around. There's so many different martial arts moves that you can use. In a way, nobody's right about how they should do their martial arts move, because they know what their body mechanics is and they know how to feel comfortable in what they do. But it's a whole different story if you're telling somebody that they should do it a certain way. They do it, and then work from there. Work from that movement that they have. It's my belief. Because if you keep telling somebody that they need to do yay so, and they don't have the coordination to do yay so, and they're beginners, then you're going to get them hurt because they're going to lose their balance. They're going to try to do one of these shin kicks to the inside like that, and then they're going to lose their balance just like that. Somebody's going to rush in, and they're going to lose their balance. Because people see that when they're fighting. People are waiting on you to make a mistake and lose your balance. You don't think somebody can see you losing your balance? They're going to come in and charge you. Some people like to charge you after they know that they can't knock you out and they can't hit you. So what's the next step? They charge you like this. So what I do is I brace myself, get ready for it. I'll either grab them like this and give them a nice good elbow in the back of their spine, right in the muscle, right in the kidney. And if that doesn't work, I'll grab their head like this, put them in a nice little choke, balance myself, and then they're already trying to either raise up to get out of it, or they're trying to pull forward. So go sideways. Go sideways. Let them use that force against them. Go sideways. Let them use that force against them. Then you're behind them. Then you got it. So it just depends on what you're talking about. Now, if you've got your hands up way up here, you got all this open. Somebody can kick you in the bones, kick you in the leg. Now, what I like to do is I like to throw the kicks to the leg, to right here, or even right here. That way, when somebody takes 2 or 3 of those kicks, when they're fighting, their leg begins to get sore. They begin to feel it. So what do? They start to want to defend that leg when they see you doing that. And that's when you can come in with the kick. Yeah. And when you're doing that front roundhouse, what you're doing is you're twisting your body, you're using your hip, bringing the leg up, pow. And what I call using the shoelace right there. Some people like to use their shin, but you can break your shin doing that. So I use the shoelace. Just like that. Remember, kick to the leg a couple of times. Get them to defending that leg. When they throw them hands down, pow! There you go. Then they're down to this level and still down to this level, which is a whole foot. So your power will come quicker. It'll be an easier strike for you because the arms are down, and it's an easy knockout. Or you do that, you like that, then you can do charge with a Superman because their hands are down. Get them defending that leg, bringing the arms down. Yeah. See what I'm saying? And when you're doing the Superman, it's kind of almost like the reverse punch, towel type punch. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Now you're back to your regular stance, you're back to your balance, your back is straight, and your defense is back up. It's Wofford Martial Arts. Check it out. Take care of yourself and each other.